Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Harris, or FX Fanatic from Gloomdale, and thanks a lot for checking out this video. In this video, I'm going to be going over and reviewing some of the pairs from last week that we had, taken some of these trades. And if you're in my Telegram analysis group, you will know how well we all ate last week, how some of these trades went for us, how we managed them. I talk about a lot of this stuff in my group. I take you guys through the same process that I am taking. I tell you guys when I'm adding positions and when I'm not adding positions. I tell you guys my confluences. Everything is in that analysis group, and the best part about it is I'm doing it completely free. And if you're wondering why, it's simply because, it benefits me as a form of journaling, but also, other people get to learn and ask questions. And I truly, genuinely enjoy that. Like, I have people messaging me on Instagram and YouTube asking me questions about the trades, or just generally asking me how they can get started. And, there's plenty of resources online, but it really helps to basically follow someone's footsteps in a way, to see their process, and then maybe you can take away things that you might be struggling with that I can sort of help you with and implement it in your own trading strategy and then excel from there. So there's so many ways to learn from it. It really just depends. Like, if you're interested in the style that I trade in, then you can just literally watch my analysis all day, every day, see what I'm doing, why I'm doing what I'm doing, what made me want to enter in the first place. And these type of things will help you guys grow. If you're consistently looking at the charts the same way I'm looking at the charts, you're gonna start to see what's caused me to be consistent. Okay, so anyways, I just want to review some of the pairs, guys. We had a phenomenal week. I will reveal how many pips we took, but before I even get into that exciting part, let's just review some of these charts. So UJ I called. I mean, this one was, we just saw it coming. It had broken, if we go on the 4 hour, even the daily, it had broken, quite a lot of zones here that I had marked up, and then went to go hit this high here, where then, we saw a pretty strong rejection being formed right here. And then we had the gap down, of course. After the gap, which we can see right here, we see price went up, filled the gap, and then just continued downwards. When I saw that on the 4 hour, it looked very strong, right? We can see all these rejection candles, and then we see it break this zone. From this moment, I knew that, we're going down. So I basically jumped in on this trade. You can see we smashed our TP. I mean, quite easily here. And this is about, this trade itself is 214 pips, but again, I took multiple positions, so you have to keep that into mind. And then anyway, so we had this trend line. It broke the trend line. It might come up and retest. It should come up and retest if it's going to continue further down, though. We have a new month, and we just kind of need to let price action play out to see what's going to happen. But if UJ wants to continue going down, if we just look at, let's go to the monthly, and we can see we're at a little bit of a support here. So if price continues to break this in the new month, I mean, we're going to continue going down. And if we just look at the way these three candles are forming here, we are in a bearish market. So it looks like price probably will continue going down. If you look on the higher time frames, of course, you can expect some sort of retest of this trend line that it seems to be breaking, or at least this zone, right? Or at least the zone that it's breaking. So if it comes back, retest, that would be another great opportunity for entry. We'll monitor this pair throughout the week to see how we're doing. Guys, GJ was another great one. It was a phenomenal one. Very similar movement to UJ we saw. But what's pretty amazing, and what I didn't catch, because I was trading basically within this range, and trading in ranges is exciting, especially when you know that price is coming down with some heavy momentum, because you can expect it to hit at least the bottom of the range, where I basically set my take profit of 180 pips. Again, I did add positions, so don't be fooled. I do have a lot more pips than that on GJ, but yeah, guys, it hit down here, and then you can just see it had so much momentum coming down last week that it just broke right through both of these zones, and now literally, as we look at GJ on a higher time frame, I mean, it's not rocket science, guys. It really did push with a lot of momentum. So now we gotta wait for price action on the daily and 4 hour. We can just test it to see how it's gonna react to this big zone that it broke here to the left. We can see multiple rejections here, the consolidation. So we're just gonna see, is price gonna come up and continue, like, is it gonna close back in this range and maybe continue up, or maybe consolidate a little bit up here? or is it just gonna, you know, go up here, reject this area and then just continue down, right? We're gonna monitor that, but you can see that huge push on the daily, and you know, usually after large pushes like this, you should expect some sort of pullback. But if the momentum's strong enough, it'll just continue, right? And if you do see some sort of pullback, it'll be on the lower time frame. So just monitor like the 1 hour, the 4 hour. We can already see some sort of pullback happening here, but we need to see, is it going to come back to that zone? Is it going to test it? We'll find out. So just keep an eye on this pair as well. We'll just keep following with some of these pairs this week, guys. There might be some new pairs for us to look at that will be a little bit higher confluence than some of these, since these are kind of just still setting up after such a big move, right? EURUSD. Oh my God. What a catch. Seriously. EURUSD made me a lot of money last week, guys. Basically, I mean, EURUSD is just, we're going to continue with EURUSD. Basically, we can see price has been going down for a really, really long time. And basically, it seemed to have touched this very important area of support, previous resistance and support, actually, if you just look at it historically. I mean, it's been quite a significant level, and price seems to bounce and reject off of it quite often. But if we just look at it here, I mean, we can see the momentum it's pushing up with. We can sort of see right here, this is our, I believe the morning star pattern. And, you know, it's very bullish. So we were in for this move. If you're in the Telegram channel, I mean, you guys know we caught this move pretty early and made a ton of money off of it. And now we're kind of just chilling. We're chilling because it's in the zone. We're going to see if it's going to want to pull back to this area, this zone here. And if it does, then we can just take longs from this moment and continue riding this. This guy is going to be going up for a while, guys. If you just look at it on the daily, I mean, that's a pretty clear damn rejection of this area and a potential reversal. We can expect it to at least go up to the top of this trend line or the top of this range. But quite honestly, the way that fundamentals are coming in as well, and with the coronavirus and everything, it's very hard to predict. But we can at least say that this is going to be flying for a while, because it looks like a pretty clean reversal here. Even off the weekly, we can see price seems to have been exhausted of going down and wants to start pushing up from this point. And we can see back in the history of price that it's done that multiple times at this price level. Okay, so we'll continue monitoring EURUSD and potentially hop in again once we see some more confluence of price moving back up. So these were the main pairs that I was in. Another pair that I joined, I jumped into was, it's not even on my watch list for some reason. CADJPY. CADJPY sells, guys. It was too simple. I mean, I think I got in this trade right here, and yeah, I mean, I literally wrote it down to about, oh no, you know what, I got into this trade here, like around here, and then I wrote it down to here, something like that. Yeah, makes more sense. About 150 pips on that. And the reason I chose this level, I mean, historically it was just one of those levels off the 4 hour and the daily that, yeah, you can see it was more of a secure level for me. But this thing just broke right through and continued going down. We can see this seems to be some sort of correction for this move up, and we just got to monitor this now to see how it's going to respond. I mean, it seems to be at its low point, so we have to monitor this and see whether it's going to continue pushing down. Is the Canadian dollar really that weak compared to the yen, or are we just going to continue switching it around and moving back up and just ranging within, you know, this price level here, right here and right here, where price is right now, right? Are we just going to range between this level here like it has been doing for quite some time? Are we going to push through? Are we gonna, so we just got to watch, right? You have to wait and let price action do its thing. You got to let price action do its thing. Like, this could be a rejection, or it could just close right back in. We don't know, but we're going to watch. We're going to watch it, and once we know, once we're confident enough that, okay, price is showing significant amount of either rejection or showing signs of direction, then we're going to take that direction, right? We have to follow the trend, not predict it, because when you start predicting, I mean, you could predict in both directions, and really there's no better confirmation than the market just kind of telling you, right? So be patient. So I'm gonna reveal how many pips we got, guys. These were the main trades. I also hopped in gold. Gold sells happened. Unfortunately, when I did take this trade here, I mean, you can see I take my trades out the 4 hour. As soon as it broke here, I took the trade because it created a new low with this candle here. So I took this trade, and it also formed a resistance, right? But the problem is on the lower time frames, on the 1 hour, there was some consolidation happening, and it made me feel a little bit unsafe. So what I did was I pulled out of this trade, and I didn't unfortunately catch this gold sells. But anybody that stayed in the trade, I actually did announce it in the group that I was pulling out of gold. But anybody that felt confident enough to stay in the trade, guys, you guys made a ton of money. There's a lot of people that took these shorts, and with gold, I mean, you never really know. Gold is very volatile. We have to kind of watch it. It seems to be at a very key level right now, so we'd have to see, is it going to break it through entirely, or if it's going to respect it and continue up. So we just got to see. In my eyes, gold is just a pullback. Gold is just a pullback, and I think that it will continue up, or at least come back to retest that area and consolidate in the zone a little bit before it decides to do anything else. Because with the fears of coronavirus and also how investors are reacting and where they're putting their money, gold seems to be one of the places. And so as long as these fears continue, I mean, we can expect gold to hit previous highs, and we really need to monitor it for that, because what's happening in the world right now and what coronavirus has done to the markets is quite historical, and it's gonna have an impact, and this could be that impact where it either breaks previous highs or retests them. So I don't be surprised if it hits 1800. You know what I mean? Don't be surprised, because this, if anything can push it to 1800, it's going to be news events like what's going on now. Okay, so that's basically all the pairs that I was in, I believe, last week. I'm gonna be posting all my analysis for this upcoming week in the group. So if you're not in the group, there's a link in the bio, and also on my Instagram page at FX Fanatic. You'll find a link there as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. I am done here. I'm going to reveal real quick. I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet. Guys, that's the number of pips we hit last week. We hit almost 2,000 pips. That's 1,900 pips. 1,973 pips that we hit last week. If you guys took the same positions that I took and followed the analysis that I had put. And you know what? There are some people that have contacted me through Instagram and through YouTube that have said that they've been loving the content, and it makes me feel great, and it makes me feel even better that people are actually following these things. I don't have a huge following right now, guys. Maybe like I think 42 subscribers or something on the Telegram channel, but we are doing damage, and it's actually better because I get to interact with some of you guys on a personal basis. There's not too many people, but hopefully we'll grow and more people can benefit from this. But that's basically it, guys. 1,973 pips made for last week. Going into March now, we're ready to dominate this month and basically come out on top. So subscribe to the Telegram channel and stay tuned for all the updates and analysis I'll be posting in there. And if you do have any questions, guys, you can hit me up on Instagram, through my email, or even YouTube. These are the three places that I'm consistently on, and I can definitely see your message on there and interact with you that way. All right, guys, I'm going to cut this video now. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little chart review of last week, and we are ready to dominate the markets. Join the Telegram channel in the group below. Peace.